Most people lose 3 to 5 hours every evening without even realizing it. Not in the morning, not during the workday, but between 7 p.m. and midnight. You get home, eat dinner, sit down for a minute, and suddenly it's midnight. You watched a few videos, scrolled a little, maybe half paid attention to a show, and the entire evening just kind of disappeared. Evenings quietly turn into YouTube loops, Netflix autoplay, and doom scrolling. And when this becomes a daily habit, it starts affecting the rest of your life too. You sleep worse, you feel less productive, and you slowly lose the small amount of free time that you actually have. So in this video, I want to show you a simple system to reclaim your evenings and start using that time intentionally. Because evenings don't need more willpower, they need a system. Before we talk about the system, it helps to understand why evenings disappear so easily. It's not because we're lazy, it's because evenings are when three forces collide. First is decision fatigue. By the time evening arrives, you've already spent the entire day making decisions. Work decisions, social decisions, planning, and problem solving. So when you finally sit down, your brain isn't looking for something meaningful, it's looking for something easy. And nothing is easier than opening your phone or turning on YouTube. The second force is dopamine. Scrolling and streaming give you instant stimulation. Compare that to something like reading a book, practicing guitar, or learning a skill. Those things are rewarding, but they require effort first. And when your brain is tired, it will almost always choose the fastest reward available. The third force is something people underestimate. Most digital platforms are designed to remove stopping points. Autoplay, infinite scroll, endless recommended videos. You don't go on YouTube intending to watch 5 videos, the platform just quietly serves them to you. And suddenly, you've lost 2 hours. So if your evenings keep disappearing, it's not really a discipline problem, it's a system problem. And luckily, systems can be changed. Step 1 is to define what evenings are for. Most people never actually decide what their evenings are supposed to be, they just let them happen. But I think evenings should fall into one of 2 categories, restorative or constructive. Restorative evenings help you recover and connect. Things like reading, going for a walk, calm hobbies, meaningful conversations, and spending time with your partner, friends, or family. Constructive evenings help you move your life forward. Things like building a skill, creative projects, working on your business, exercising, or learning something new. What evenings shouldn't default to is passive consumption, because passive consumption always expands to fill the entire night. Step 2 is to remove the autopilot habits. Mindless consumption usually isn't intentional. It happens automatically. You sit down on the couch, your phone is already in your hand, the TV remote is nearby, and before you know it, you're deep in the algorithm. So if you want to change your evenings, you have to change your environment. Simple things like keep the TV off unless there's something specific you intend to watch, leave your phone in another room, disable autoplay, and recommendation features on YouTube. For example, this is what my YouTube homepage looks like on my personal channel, and I highly recommend you do the same. They sound small, but they stack up. Your brain always defaults to the lowest friction option. So the goal is to make intentional activities easier than mindless ones. Step 3 is to pre-plan your evening. One of the biggest reasons evenings get wasted is decision fatigue. You come home from a long day and suddenly ask yourself, what should I do tonight? Your brain immediately chooses the easiest option, lay down on the couch and scroll. I understand that feeling, sometimes you just want to turn your brain off. But personally, I always feel far better after an evening where I did something intentional, even if it was something simple like reading, playing a board game with my family, or going for a walk. So instead of deciding in the moment, make the decision before dinner. Use what I call the 3-option rule. Tonight, I will do one of 3 things: work on a hobby or skill, spend quality time with my partner, friends, or family, or intentionally relax. Once that decision is made, the evening already has direction. You remove the moment where you lay down and start scrolling. Step 4 is to create an evening ritual. Habits form around predictable routines. Your brain will default to whatever it's used to. So it's up to you to install new habits into your evenings. A simple structure might look like this: 6:30, dinner. 7 o'clock, walk the dog. 7:30, hobby or social time. 9:30, wind down routine. Doesn't have to be super rigid, but having a predictable start to the evening prevents you from falling into the couch to phone to scroll loop. Step 5 is to use screens intentionally. Screens in and of themselves aren't the enemy, mindless screen use is. For example, watching a movie with your girlfriend or watching a documentary you actually chose can be great evenings. The rule is simple. If you watch something, choose it intentionally. Know what you're going to watch before turning on the TV. Watch it fully and then stop when it ends. No autoplay, no second screen scrolling on your phone, just one thing you decided to watch. Evenings are one of the few parts of adult life that you actually control. Your job might not be, your responsibilities might not be, but those hours between dinner and sleep, those are yours, your leisure time. You can either let them disappear into passive consumption or use them intentionally to relax, connect, and build something meaningful. And the good news is, you don't need perfect evenings 7 nights a week. You just need a few intentional ones. You can start out with 2 intentional evenings per week to start changing your life. Maybe Tuesdays become reading night. Maybe Thursdays become board game night with your family. Just 2 evenings where you replace passive consumption with something intentional. That small shift compounds over time. You'll sleep better, feel more connected to the people around you, and start getting more out of the limited free time you actually have. And slowly, those quiet evenings become the foundation for a better life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.